The best record in the NBA by half a game over the Warriors, but according to Bovada, Golden State is still the clear favorite to win the NBA title. Now the Warriors and Rockets are followed by the Cavs, who are recently rolling, winning 4 straight and back-to-back games with their new look roster. So Chris, who's the biggest threat to the Warriors right now?
Well, I do think that both Cleveland and Houston are big, significant threats to them. I would still favor Golden State. And I want to see a little bit more from Cleveland. I mean, to your point, it's only been 2 games. I love what I see. And just knowing how the pieces are and fit that they brought in. Even if I've only seen 2 games, I believe they'll continue to play well. And the question is, how good do they get? How much better do they get? Does Rodney Hood continue
because
to
they
get
are
15
better.
points? Oh, there's no question they're better. I mean, you'd have to be crazy not to think they're
Absolutely.
better. You know, so, but right now, at this moment, I would say Houston is still the biggest threat. Houston's 2-1 against Golden State this year. Houston, as I mentioned earlier, has the best offense in NBA history right now. James Harden and Chris Paul, yes, they have not delivered in the playoffs.
Or their coach.
But I think having each other, D'Antoni hasn't either, but I think having each other as those 2 players, I think they'll bolster each other. They'll catapult each other's confidence. Harden, it's not all on him now. And it's not all on Chris Paul. They have each other to kind of lay off. And their defense is a lot better. So I still think the Warriors are the favorites to win it, but I give Houston a decent shot. And I think OKC, while I don't think they can beat Golden State, I think they can rough them up a little bit in the second round, soften them up for whoever they meet in the conference finals and then in the NBA finals. Because imagine playing Oklahoma City in the second round if you're Golden State. That will not only be a tough series physically, but emotionally. That can wear them down and drain them emotionally, and that can take something out of them.
I'm glad you did that because I kind of had a West team and then obviously the MVP of the league, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh,
but
now you're saying he's MVP.
No, I just did that to mess with you too. But no, I honestly think in the West, I would go with OKC simply because they have 3 volume scores, and to be able to compete with Golden State, you not only have to score with them, but you have to defend with them. And I know Houston has been playing good defense all year long, but they give up too many easy points and buckets. And when you look at OKC, you have to be able to guard their top 3 guys. 4, but we're going to talk about their top 3. You got to be able to guard Steph, you got to be able to guard Kevin Durant, and you must be able to guard Klay Thompson. They can do that. OKC has the personnel that they can put guys. You got Paul George, who, in my opinion, guards Kevin Durant almost better than Kawhi Leonard, but he's right there in that category when it comes to competing against one of the best offensive threats in this league. And then you have a Russell Westbrook who's not backing down at all from a Stephen Curry. And Klay Thompson, you got Roberson, you can throw at him. Carmelo, you're not going to throw at him. You got Carmelo who can still jump on Durant a bit. I think they match up really well with the Golden State Warriors. To your point, if they get roughed up a little bit, it would be hard for them to even meet up with the OKC and just breeze through them. So I give OKC a chance with that. And then Cleveland is a no-brainer. I mean, you see my socks. Cleveland is going to take care of business.
Because of your socks, right?
I mean,
I do agree with you on OKC. That would be my pick too. They got the start
in the whole league.
No, I'm just saying, yeah. Wow. To be, like I told you, I just can't get with Houston. Houston will have to convince me by doing so, but I can't go in because I've seen the story. We've seen it over and over where they have these great regular seasons and it just doesn't pan out when the bright lights come on. OKC, they have 3 huge stars, which you need that time of the year. And if those guys just play to their potential or have a unbelievable shooting spree or, you know what I mean, and knocking down shots, they will be able to match shots with the Warriors. And that's why I think that they could potentially be kryptonite to the Warriors and what they've been able to do. Now, a lot of things have to go right. I'm not saying that they are going to do it, but if I had to pick a team, I would pick OKC.
Well, OKC is tough. Their athleticism, particularly with Westbrook, that can overwhelm an opponent. I mean, he does it
all 48 minutes. Am I right?
Seven-game series. But Houston, I think they match up well with Golden State too, because obviously they can shoot with the Warriors, and they have three big scorers too. Not only Chris Paul and James Harden, Eric Gordon's giving you 19 points a game. So those three actually score more than the big three in Oklahoma. Then you have, so Chris Paul can guard Steph. Now, Steph might make him fall. He goes out of his way to embarrass CP3 at times. But Chris is one of the best point guard defenders that we've seen in recent memory. Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker. So they can guard on the wings. Then you have a Clint Capella who can match up with the bigs that they have in Golden State. I think Houston is for real. I really do. Again, not picking them as a favorite over Golden State, but I think you'll be surprised at how well they play this year in the playoffs.
I can't, for your reasons, I can't totally buy Houston. I think they'll be better in the playoffs because you're bringing Chris Paul, and I know you say he's gone to shambles in the playoffs as well.
I'm just saying.
Alongside James Harden. But these two guys together, I think they give each other a lot of confidence and support one another's games when they're not even on the court together, and they sustain that offense. But OKC, to me, they just match up even better when you talk about size, and then they're forcing you to now guard them. I'm not saying that Chris Paul wouldn't force Stephen Curry to guard him, but Russell Westbrook alone, the threat, the pressure that he puts on all five guys on the defense, you're going to get in foul trouble because he's going to the cup every single time. He's not settling, and I just think that pressure that they would put on Golden State would be a lot hotter and a lot stronger than what Houston will, because they would settle behind the perimeter for three-point shots, not putting the pressure on the guys to guard them and going to the rack.
And we'll be seeing a lot of these guys playing on Sunday in the All-Star Game, and that brings us to our next question. A couple minutes to go here on Undisputed. And up next, will the new All-Star Game format actually improve the game on Sunday? Why you should get hyped for it, or why you might just skip it altogether? That's coming up next.
Yeah, I might be out there. You never